Hi everyone, I'm Brian and welcome to this video in which I will be interviewing a ETH student, my friend here Matteo. So please introduce yourself.
Hi everybody, I'm Matteo. I'm a nuclear engineering student at ETH and EPFL. It's a joint program between these two universities. So currently I'm in Lausanne and next semester I'm going to move to Zurich to study at ETH. In my bachelor's, I did chemical engineering with Brian, which is why we know each other. Yeah, that's basically it.
So currently you are studying nuclear engineering.
Yes.
To know why, go check his YouTube channel in which he has 2 videos about nuclear engineering. So my first question for you is, do you think that studying chemical engineering at Poly Tec Milano is helping you with your current studies?
Well, yeah, definitely. It has been helping me so far because I don't know if you know, but there isn't a nuclear engineering bachelor's program at Politecnico di Milano, and not even at ETH or EPFL for that matter. And amongst the recommended bachelor's program to then get into nuclear engineering, there is also chemical engineering, which has been helping me because of that.
Okay. And do you think that studying at Politecnico of Milano, which is a university which insists a lot on the theoretical part of engineering, is helping you? Or
I think it did, because the theory obviously is important. I did a couple of elective courses on nuclear physics and quantum physics at Politecnico di Milano during my last year, and that is being helpful right now for my nuclear program. But the approach at the master's level, at least where I'm at right now, is more practical rather than theoretical. As I told you, as you know already,
yeah, you started already the laboratory
yeah,
activities
exactly. I've already done
in the
some
nuclear engineering.
I've already done some labs about radioactivity and nuclear reactors, and so there is more of a practical approach, which is also part of the reason why I chose to attend
Choose
this
this
program.
program.
Exactly, because the program, the nuclear engineering program at Politecnico di Milano, is more theoretical still, and I wanted a more practical approach. So I like the fact that it is practical now, but I also like that I had a theoretical approach in my bachelor's to back it up, you know.
My second question for you is, what are the difference in teaching methods between Italian professor and foreign professor?
Well, I'm not sure if I can say about the difference between Italian and foreigner professors, but I can tell you the difference between what I'm doing right now and what I did in my bachelor's, which I think is more due to the fact that we are just 28 in the class and in the program instead of 150. So there is a different engagement between professors and students, and so there are different dynamics within the class, because each student can be engaged way more, and so it's just different. But I don't know if it's because it's abroad or it's because we're just 28, more like high school kind of vibe. I also like to point out that it's a much less formal environment than the bachelor's program. For example, professors don't want to be called professors or by their last name. They just want to be called by their first name. Like I call my professor like Vincent because that's his name. And then it is kind of weird because because you're used to call your professor like professor and not by name, and that's fun.
Yeah. And you think that, because you have to know that Swiss salaries in terms of a professor of ETH is one of the highest in Europe, and I think one of the highest
I don't
in
know
the
how
world.
much it is, but it's pretty high.
Yeah. And do you think that these way high salaries is, I don't know, helping the professor to improve their work, or?
I don't think that has anything to do, honestly, with it. I have really interesting professors and professors that are very motivated in what they teach, as I can see from what I've experienced so far. But I couldn't tell you if it has anything to do with their salaries or just their passion for the subject. I think nuclear engineering in general is a topic in which professors and people that are involved in this world are very passionate about it, because I could see it also from nuclear engineering's professors at Politecnico, and they were also very passionate about it and very good at explaining it because of that. And so yeah, that's actually really neat.
Many people think that after graduating from Ivy League school or ETH, the life is going to be easier. You know, you get a job like this, and then your life is just to work out everything. What do you think about that?
Well, I think it is true that a good university helps you get introduced to the real world, the world of jobs, in a much easier way. And then, as you said, you get to you need to work yourself to then get to where you want to be, you know, where you want to go. And so I think ETH will probably help me do that, also because I have a mandatory internship this summer, and I'll probably most likely actually do it at the Swiss nuclear company. And
The which one that probably is going to
yeah,
hire you?
yeah, exactly. Most likely, I'd say, because it's I know that many of the people that work there have graduated from the program I'm attending right now, and so it's probably gonna be easy for that. But I don't think there is much of a difference between ETH and Politecnico in that regards. Obviously, if I had stayed in Politecnico, probably I would find a job in Italy. But since I'm doing my masters in Switzerland, I'd probably find a job in Switzerland more easily than if I had stayed at Politecnico. Obviously,
You know, maybe in the first part, after 1 year, your life is going to be very much guided from ETH into the world of
Okay, yeah.
real jobs. You know, but then you have to rework your way into life and make a name for yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be really helpful for an introduction to the world, to the real world.
Yeah.
And then of course everybody's got to do their own thing, so you have to do your own, and then if you're good at it, you go on. If you're not, you don't. But
That's life.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, that's how it works. So I'd say yes, but also, as I told you before, I don't think there wouldn't be much of a difference if I had decided to stay at Politecnico. Like, that's not one of the reasons why I chose to move to Switzerland to study.
So that's it. That was my final question. We have to thank you a lot for this amazing answer. So
Thanks for having me. It was fun.
yeah, good to see you, and we'll see you in the next video.
No.
Oh.